almost, well, I guess it is almost 5 o'clock, decided to throw up a little bit of a live stream as I sit back and I'm going to check out this one from Listermann Brewing Company. It is the Batch 400 Blonde Barley Wine. So this is kind of an interesting one to take a look at here. Then I'm going to switch over the camera so you can take a look at it without the glare, of course. And so this is one I ended up coming across at one of my local bottle shops. Very interesting. I really haven't had a blonde barley wine before. Although I have had pretty much you know what, I take that back. Because the one I did get from Canada was labeled as a barley wine, and that one I guess you can say was blonde, but it didn't show that on the can like this one does on the bottle here. One thing about this one, there's no ABV listed on it. I did look on Untapped and it said 8% ABV. And there's no date. And you know how I feel about the date, so they should have a date on their bottle. They definitely should have the ABV on the bottle. But usually a barley wine can actually hold for a bit of time. And I'm hoping that is the case with this one. The reason being, this is actually one that was released a few years ago, apparently. So interesting to see how this one actually sat, how they took care of it. It was a $7.99 if it comes in on the label there. Actually, my other camera might be a little bit better for that to zoom in. It's not wanting to actually focus, it seems, but $7.99 for the bottle. Let's see what this one actually tastes like, I guess. I am intrigued, to say the least. Good amount of can of smoke out of the bottle. Does have a dark golden color on it. There's a look at it right there. Kind of a dark coppery feel. You do have a little bit of particles in there. Not really too much of it, but enough that you know it was definitely fermented in the bottle some. Head is a nice, I can say about 2.5 finger head, so a nice foaminess it looks like to it. Can't see all the way through to the other side, but I do like the nice orange tint that you get. Aroma-wise, you get the sensation of it kind of being almost of a barley wine, or on Untapped they actually have it listed as a wheat wine style, but you always have to be careful on the Untapped classifications. Depending on how people actually put those, are not always accurate. But I get a little bit of sweetness off the nose. It does have a feel of a honey to it. Definitely feels like you're going to be tasting that in the feel of the beer. I would think it's kind of close to a mead type feel with this one. It is smooth on the tongue. It's got a nice velvety type touch to it, although it is a little bit of that syrupy type feel from the honey. But it does have a nice amount of flavor behind it. Has a little bit of a stickiness in the appeal of the beer. Can feel it easily in the cheeks, goes out in the back end. There's not really any bitterness in play. It's definitely held a nice amount of flavor over the years. Not disappointing at all, except for $7.99, 22-ounce bomber. Not a bad purchase on this one. See that they kept it in good shape. The head, it's kind of a tan, beige-ish type head. Down to about a quarter finger, but still enough of it left behind. If you like some of the sweeter type beers, if you like honey, then this is definitely something that you'll probably enjoy. I can see why somebody put it under a wheat wine, or why it might have been under a wheat wine. It does have a feel of a white wine behind it. A little bit of a dryness there on the back end as well. Body wise, nice medium to full body with it. Definitely one I would want to take my time with and enjoy over a period of time. This is the one you're going to really try to slam. Good duration of the flavor also left behind in the end as well, to still draw a nice amount from the cheek area. It is definitely one a little bit different. You know, with some of the other barley wines, I usually get dark fruits, things along those lines, a little bit sometimes of a black licorice or whatever. You're not getting it with this one. This is definitely different. But I like it. It's not bad at all. Hey Jennifer, cheers. Thanks for swinging by. Just logging in here on a Sunday and enjoying a beer. Hopefully you're having a great Sunday as well. I'm sure a lot of people are out with the activities or doing dinner, watching the football games. I kind of got some other stuff done and said, why not go live for a little bit? So how is your Sunday going? They don't really give you too much of the ingredients from this one either. I'm not getting a lot of booziness out of it. With sometimes with barley wines that is the case. This one, not too bad along those lines. Cheers to you. Good day. Hope yours is awesome too. We're making Christmas cookies. There you go. Always do like a nice Christmas cookie. Yeah, today was a good day as well. We're actually waiting for snow. Apparently it's supposed to snow tonight, so at least that's what the weather people are saying. We'll see if it actually comes through. People at Kroger were going crazy because of that, so you can imagine the store was a little bit hectic. Mostly, they are making cookies and I'm hiding. Well, you have to keep an eye on them, don't you? Make sure it's not too big of a mess as they make the cookies. Or you could just be the taster and enjoy the cookies that they're actually making. I do get some of the yeast coming out of this one as well, which is fine. It's got a unique flavor around it. I think this is definitely gonna be more suited for more of a unique type palate. For a majority of people, I can see where they might be turned off by this one, but the more your palate becomes acclimated to some of the different styles, and if you enjoy those styles, of course, that are a little bit more out of the norm, you can have a little bit of an appreciation for this beer. Yeah, from doing a Christmas tree too. How are they letting you hide so much that you're not putting up the tree, you're not making the cookies? Yeah, actually, we haven't put up our tree yet. I was gonna probably do that today. I might do it. I'm gonna do it this week, but it's just us here, so get that done at some point. The wife actually wants a new tree. I'm okay with the old tree, but we'll see what happens. All the shopping and wrap. Well, that's your duty. You got all the shopping and wrapping to do. So if you got to handle that part, that's where you're obligated, right? That's where that's your niche. They can do the other stuff if you got to do all of that. Did you go out on Black Friday to do shopping? Were you one of the people caught up in the crowds there? I've never been out the Black Friday shop. Can't imagine how crazy. Well, I can't imagine because I see it on the news how crazy it gets. This beer's got a funny thing with it though. It's kind of like a lot of the beers I get of a style like this that are more of these blonde type, yeasty type beers. I usually get like a little bit of a spice kick. It doesn't have that. It's like, I don't think it's supposed to have it, but it's just kind of funny because I'm just used to it and I'm looking for it, but it's actually not there. Do you have signs all over your room like that? Yeah, this isn't a green screen. These are actually signs behind me. So all of these are actual beer type things that I have picked up over the years that I wanted to put up on the wall. No, never Black Friday shopping. I did it once and people were so rude and saying, yeah, it does seem that way when I see footage of it. And breaking stuff to try to get the things. I saw, they have the TV displays and they'll run to all try to get the deals. They're knocking over other TVs. I'm like, so you're getting a TV that might not even work in a bit. It just gets crazy. People getting trampled. Not as much now as it used to be. It used to be they'd open those doors and you'd have to get out the way quickly. Now, as this one actually warms a little bit more, I do get a little bit more of the booziness coming out of it. But not overly done, but it's got kind of a little bit of a feel of a booziness in there. And this one, I know wasn't barreled, but I almost get a little bit of a, like a vanilla type thing or something with it as well. And like an oaky type feel, but it has to be in the malts they actually use. I tried to do a little bit more research on this online, but Listermann didn't even have it on their website anymore because how they made this a while back. But it's got a really unique type thing with it. A little bit of an astringency coming out of it as well. Nobody said excuse me, no smiles, just people being nuts and forcing their carts through people. Yeah, just knocking people over, I'm sure, and just pushing through. Like one of my buddies said, Thanksgiving, everybody gives praise. 8 hours later, everybody's knocking each other over. It's funny how that all takes place and works out. All over pretty much just objects, right? It's kind of like you're out here buying these things that they're just objects, but you're like trying to do everything you can get them, and people just lose their manners and lose their cool and lose their control. But after running around a little bit earlier today, it's nice to settle in with a nice beer. Obviously, for people that watch this, it's not one you can actually find, and that's what happens sometimes with the craft beer world. Sometimes it's just a matter of where you're at, because there's so many breweries that are doing things that you have to be there for, and you can't find the beers if you're not there. Not even close to being ready for Christmas. LOL, it's going to be hell to find shit last minute. Well, yeah, I mean, if you're shipping stuff as well, they just had an alert about that because people are working like kind of on deadlines for priority type shipping. So you need to get that stuff out as well. Somebody has a deadline. I think tomorrow might be FedEx or one of them to guarantee. It seems like you still have enough time, but there's just so many people that ship, I guess, that they're only guaranteeing a certain portion to be able to get those out. If you're one of those people that does the Amazon as a part-time job, this is definitely a nice time to get some extra money in your pocket, I'm sure. We actually have a couple of the Amazon hubs. Well, we have one, I say a couple, we have one here in Cincinnati, and we're actually one down in Louisville, I think, so it's only like 80 miles away, but there's some people that make some extra bucks during this time. I also, with this one, get a little bit of that. I wouldn't say it's almost like a little bit of a cough drop type feel. It's got that kind of sense to it in the taste for me. Also get a sense of a little bit of a floral type feel in the beer too. It's a good question. I don't know where everyone is today. I guess you know what it is too. Just like you were saying the Christmas stuff. This is a big Sunday because, like I said, UPS and I don't know if it's a post office or whatever started guarantee stuff through Friday. This is the Sunday you have to get out there and shop to get stuff in the mail this week. So Christmas shopping, sports games with the football season. It is around dinner time, depending where you're at. On the East Coast, we're in dinner time. Kids, whatever's going on with kids. So you may be doing different things. Did I show the can? Oh, yeah, I did show it earlier. Hey, what's happening, Bottom Dollar? Cheers, my friend. So this is the one here. I'm going to switch it to a different camera, actually, because that one has a little bit more of a glare on it. But it's from Listermann. And this is one of our breweries here in Cincinnati. Try to get a little bit closer for you. It is the Batch 400. It is a blonde barley wine, which is not something you see all the time. So this is actually the second one that I've technically actually had. I had gotten one from Canada. Didn't know it was going to be a blonde barley wine. But when I opened it, I'm like, this isn't dark like it's supposed to be or what I'm used to. And then here's another one that was made that way. People are doing so many different things. And really, you're just changing up the malts to take it from dark to light. So it just depends on what you want to use there for the malts, I guess, to make that adjustment. But Listermann does some pretty good beers here in Cincinnati. Right, it's 516 there. Right, so you're East Coast like me. So you got all that kind of stuff. And if you got kids, you might have coming back from sports type events. I know I've got friends that have their kids in all kinds of stuff, especially basketball season. That Sunday's a big running around day for a lot of people. Damn, that sounds delicious. It's different. It's different. It's got a little bit of a unique feel to it. You get definitely a big honey feel. So BDO, I would say, if you're a fan of honey, you would definitely enjoy this more. If you're not as much a honey fan, then that's going to be kind of a turnoff because it does come through pretty much on right through in the beer. Who's that? Hey, what's happening, Erie? Dropping by to hit that like at the movies. Oh, I was wondering where you were at, Erie. I was like, why isn't Erie on here? I thought you were still mad because I was trying to help Alan out the other night. But hopefully you guys are enjoying the movie and catching something good there. And Jennifer said, oh, you're above me in Michigan. Okay, awesome. And it doesn't sound like Rod likes his beer, LOL. No, actually, I do like it. It's just different, right? So I'm taking it all in with the beer. The beer is a decent beer, but you don't often see blonde barley wines. And I drink a lot of ales that are Belgian ales that I like. And a big thing with them is the yeastiness. And you do have the yeast come through nicely on this one as well. So it's not that I don't like it. I'm just kind of appreciating it for what it is. Hey, what's happening, Tim? Cheers, my friend. Hopefully you had a great weekend, buddy. And let's see. I love mead. Sounds very much. Yeah, so see, that's the thing. That's what I said earlier before you got here, BDO. If you're a fan of meads, then this would be a beer you would actually enjoy for sure. Which I still got a mead in the basement I haven't drank yet. I still need to drink that one. I need to do a mead review. Yeah, so this is actually one that would be perfect for a person that enjoys meads with the honey and the sweetness that comes through, a little bit of an astringency. It's got a nice play in it. So, and then I've had mead before and I have enjoyed mead. But when you see blonde barley wine on a bottle, you're kind of intrigued by it. But knowing Listermann and knowing how much they put out good beers, it was like, okay, I'll see what they're doing because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be disappointed for the most part. I don't think there's any beer I've had from Listermann that's really disappointed me. So it's pretty solid. And speaking of just me, Tim and BDO and Jennifer, I know Jennifer's hiding from making Christmas cookies, but are you guys drinking anything today? Are you guys enjoying anything right now? And BDO, what did you think of the Heisman show last night? I thought that Joe Burrow gave a pretty good speech. It was kind of like he kind of hit you in the feels area. I mean, it was pretty solid, and just to see him up there, he seemed to still be surprised by the fact he won the Heisman, and that's what you like to see. It's just like, it wasn't rehearsed, it wasn't like that. It was just one of those good feel good moments. Are you getting lit or just confused by the flavor? No, I'm not getting lit or confused by the. I would say I'm confused by the flavor. It's just the flavor's a little bit different than what you would usually see. So I wish I was drinking a beer. Well, see, you're in Michigan, Jennifer, and you've got so many good beers up there in Michigan where you're actually at. So you don't have any shortage of beers for sure. Tim is doing an Irish car bomb right now, so that actually sounds tasty too. Little Baileys and Guinness. I need to send you some of our local habanero infused mead. That sounds awesome because I'm a big fan of spices, peppers, things like that. I would definitely love that. And Tim's doing a black lager. So wait a minute, you're doing an Irish car and a black lager? Because your Irish car is usually you drop the shot in and you chug that, and then you're doing a black lager as a chaser? What's going on there, Tim? You got a lot going on, my friend. I haven't done an Irish car in a long time. Which, if you ever go to Ireland, don't ask for an Irish car bomb. I had a friend that went to Ireland, and he actually did that, he told us. And he was not looked upon fondly in the bar because obviously in Ireland, Irish car bomb is not something they want to talk about when you get into the IRA type stuff. So just don't order an Irish car bomb if you go to Ireland. Baileys and Guinness mixed, right? That's what a true Irish car bomb is. Baileys and Guinness. Drinking a Yingling Black and Tan. I wasn't surprised by him winning. His speech was great. Yeah, I wasn't surprised. I expected him to win. I was like, if he doesn't win, I thought it would be like a travesty. Yeah, his speech was just like, it was just awesome, And I was glad to see the success of, what he's been doing this season. I actually just got done watching one of the college football specials they had on ABC because they've been doing the whole 150 years of college football. And they were actually talking about some of the Heisman stuff in the past, Heisman winners and things along those lines. And it was really interesting just seeing all the different stuff and all the things that were taking place. And Reggie Bush is only the only person that forfeited his Heisman, which is interesting considering they were talking about other stories on other players that had issues and stuff. And one of the guys on there said he shouldn't have forfeited it. He actually earned it, and people know he earned it. So. Drinking and then Tim said yes, and drinking a Drecker Black Lager Light Syndicate IPA. What's going on, Ramon? Yeah, that's I haven't heard of them. Is Drecker out a local brewery where you're at and everything, or I haven't heard of that brewery before. Jennifer's drinking coffee, wish it had Baileys in it. Well, you have to go get the Baileys, Jennifer, and if you did that, you can't hide from making Christmas cookies because they would have found you then. Jennifer's actually hiding out from making Christmas cookies where she's at. North Dakota. Okay. So how do you like that one, Ramon? I actually just bought. Although again, I don't need to keep buying beer because I have enough beer here. But one of our local breweries just came out with a tangerine milkshake IPA. So I had to go to the store today because if you haven't looked on the community tab, this upcoming Thursday, can't believe we're doing it again, but on the Beer Flow show, we're going to be doing malt liquor or malt beverages. So we're going to do a return dedicated to malt beverages. So if you guys tune in Thursday night, we're going to be drinking malt stuff. So I had to pick up a couple of malt liquor beers, which I did today, and I can tell you which ones they are. You got to tune in to find out. But since I was there, one of our local breweries is in the store as well. So I picked up the 4-pack of the Tangerine Milkshake IPA. Looking forward to tasting that one. And if you when you tune in on Thursday, Shannon, who's been a great addition to the channel, Todd's wife, she will actually be breaking out the Grape Mad Dog 2020. You're going to want to see that. You're going to want to see when she breaks that out. Drinking a light, mild Mountain Dew in the original can. What's going on, Vanessa? Nothing wrong with that. And Vanessa, Shannon said she'll have your stuff there on Thursday from your reading, that she pulls the information from your date of birth and everything. So any of you guys that missed our show last night, the stream that we did, just something a little different on the channel. So we drank some beers, but we actually did what was it? What would you do, or what would you prefer? Whatever it was, we played a game last night where we did questions from a book. It was actually a fun time, and there was some interesting questions. There's some interesting responses and stuff. But then we also got to talk about some other things, and Vanessa had actually provided her details because Shannon enjoys like running numbers on and details on people, date of birth, where they're from, when they were born, kind of numerology type stuff. So Thursday, she's going to let Vanessa knows what she finds out about that. So that was kind of cool. Let me see. Ramon said very good, like all their IPAs. Pours like straight juice, right? So it's funny because now you see a lot of chugging videos, and mostly everybody's chugging these type of IPAs because they are like juice. You can easily chug those a lot more than some of the other stronger or harsher type beers, I would say. Baked bread first outside a wood-fired oven, but made cookies inside. Then those honey and bread never find the cookies. There you go. keep the cookies hidden from them. Oh man, I'm looking forward to Vanessa when you build the forge and stuff too, because that's gonna be awesome. I know. Bought BDO, bottom dollar outdoors, and made 38 pounds of venison summer sausage today. Wow, smoking the last batch. Butchered a half hog yesterday, 39 pounds of breakfast sausage. The batch of sausage, and smoked the Boston butt last night. Wow. BDO, are you recording this stuff for your channel? I hope you are, because I think that's some great stuff to share with people. And if you guys haven't checked out Bottom Dollar Outdoors, make sure you go and check out his channel and the stuff he's doing. He's going to be uploading a video from a trip he had earlier this year once he gets done with editing. But check out some of the stuff that he's doing on his channel over there as well. While I'm thinking of that, let me give my shout out time here. Tim's Brews. Check out Tim. Check out the beers he's actually bringing up. Check out his live streams. He has a lot of chat live streams and stuff like that down in South Carolina for y'all that don't know it's South Carolina. Check him out and what he's actually doing. Want to make sure you do that. Make sure you check out Jennifer, Too Much For You, and the different things she's doing on her channel as well. Great stuff happening. Some great people in here. I just want to make sure you guys get a chance to mingle with each other. If you're not familiar with YouTube, you can hit the 3 buttons or the 3 dots where they have their comments, and there's a button there to go to their channel, and you can go right to their channel and subscribe right there. You can check out Vanessa as well, although with Vanessa, you want to check her out on Instagram to see all the cool stuff she's actually doing, including the leather cup holders, the fire pit, all the different stuff. She does it all. She's just freaking awesome. So make sure you guys are checking out some of the other people here as well. Let me scroll back down here. And then Vanessa was asking, what are you smoking with to Bottom Dollar? So, and then Vanessa said, okay, I will be there. Yeah, we want you to be there Thursday night. Well, you're always there, so we always appreciate you being there. Bottom Dollar says, ooh, a Mad Dog 2020 flashback to high school, right? Yeah, so, yeah, and it's like Shannon is looking forward to drinking the Mad Dog. She had the Mad Dog 2020 grape, and she's anticipating what it's going to take. I was like, nobody ever anticipates Mad Dog 2020. Nobody looks back to think it's going to be a great moment when they do Mad Dog 2020, but she's pumped up to actually give it a try, so it will be an awesome time Thursday night. Thank goodness I'm going to late Friday. So Vanessa says, I'm relatively easy to find from certain points of view. Video also said 15 pounds of brats. Almost forgot. Man, you got it all going on there. And Tim said to Vanessa Kitty, cheers. Hey, Ron, what is going on? It's been a long time, my friend. Hello, and Merry Christmas to you as well. Check out Ron. Ron's got a good channel up there in New England area where he does the different beer reviews and different stuff that he's doing on his channel. So make sure you also check him out. Great guy. Tells some great stories. It's just a nice little kickback channel. So make sure you check out Ron as well. And Vanessa, yes, the forge will be made once I finish the wood fire oven. Right. So you were trying to get the wood fire oven, I believe, finished here February, March or so, and then you're going to turn to look at doing the forge and everything, which I don't know why, but I'm hooked into Forged and Fire now when it comes on TV on the History Channel. I like checking out that show. I don't know, I would never make a sword or anything like that, but I am intrigued on how they actually make things out of steel on there. And then Vanessa said hello to Tim, and BDO says, no, not yet. I'm still learning the basics. Once I get a better idea what I'm doing, I will. Yeah, well, if you need anything, BDO, to help you out as far as getting into the YouTube and doing all that kind of stuff, let me know. I definitely share what I know. I'm not an expert or anything like that, but I mean, there's different tips and stuff that I've learned over time, and I've shared stuff with Alan and other people, and if I can share some stuff there with you that helps you, always about that. I'm all about helping everybody that I can. Vanessa says, I will let you know if I'm driving or something, but I will be listening. Yeah, definitely. And if you're driving, we want you to be safe. Hey, Dolly, what's going on? Went to church praying for you, Rod. Liquor's Devil's Tonic. Well, cheers to you, Dolly. I appreciate you going to church, and hopefully you're enjoying a nice strawberry quick right now. Always love Dolly coming in. BDO said to Vanessa, I'm using a pellet grill, using one of Traeger's completion blend. It has a blend of hickory, cherry, apple, and pecan. Nice. Vanessa says she's in top middle edge of Connecticut, just to the southeast of the Notch. And Dolly said, I actually did go to church with my Nana grandma. Did you? Look at you being a great granddaughter. Rod, nice catching up. You live now. Christmas time is great people. Act a bit better. Yeah, it's great catching up with you as well. And you would hope that, right? We were just talking earlier, though, when me and Jennifer were talking when she came in about Black Friday and how people don't do that. And it's like their final Thanksgiving, they're thanking everybody for everything like that. And then within 8 hours, they're attacking. Not even 8 hours. Within 4 hours, because some stores open at midnight now, right? With the deals, they're back out attacking people. So it's kind of crazy. Well, movie's over. How are you? Well, hey, Erie, what's going on? So things are going well. Sunday night, decided to open a live stream. It was either doing a live stream here or on the other channel, playing Todd a little baseball. We're going to probably play baseball a little bit later, but decided to do a live stream and get some of this beer out of my fridge. Share some of the beer stuff with you guys. Vanessa says, nice bottom. All my pecan wood is in Brothers Yard in Texas. Must go to retrieve a batch. And Ron asked, what brew am I actually drinking? So right now I'm drinking, it's from one of our local breweries, Listermann Brewing Company. It's the Batch 400. And I'm going to switch it here on the cameras again. Freaking OBS. I'm getting into using OBS. It is a blonde barley wine. I'm trying to get a little bit closer so that the camera picks it up. And the best way I can equate this to is if you like mead, like I was talking to BDO earlier, it's got a nice honey feel to it. It's kind of like a mead light or whatever. So if you like meads, it kind of has that. It has a nice little bit of that flavor, a little bit of a syrupy type texture to it, a little bit of an astringency, but it comes through nice. and for what you would actually experience if you're that kind of fan. Dolly said, yes, I had my spaghetti and my strawberry quick. This time I added vanilla ice cream. Oh, you're getting fancy, Dolly. You're getting fancy, girl. I don't like to shop. I dislike wasting money, Rod. So save those pennies, folks. There you go. Penny saved, right? Is a penny earned. So you got to save, put money away, let that money grow. Let it compound for you. Hey, what's happening, Blake? Cheers, my friend. What's going on, brother? There's another great channel. You guys need to check out Blake TV. Does a fun time, great stuff on this channel. Blake's my man. He's over in Arkansas, putting us some good stuff. He'll be on later, I think, on Alan's channel, which I don't know what Eclectic Beard is. Says Erie's here. I would think Alan would be here. But anyway, they got the Sunday Fun Day, I believe, at 9 o'clock tonight. I would usually jump in at 9 to join their channel, but I have to watch Watchmen. So if they're still going after that, I'll look to definitely see what's going on. OBS seems more studio friendly. I agree, Vanessa. It's got more things you can do. There's actually a studio mode you can actually use to change screens. You can basically, doing it under OBS, you're running like production. So if you were like, I don't know, putting up something like CNN or whatever, you can flip through different things to change the scenes up however you want them to go. There's different things you can pop up and throw things up on here, so it makes it a nice type feel that you can preset some stuff. That's kind of the big thing with it. And now with the way YouTube is, they're pushing you towards using these broadcasting software programs to do live streaming. You have to choose one of them to work with. So OBS has some nice stuff that I'm definitely enjoying by using it. Dolly says Blake in the house, and gives Blake a thumbs up. Blake says cheers to Dolly. Blonde barley wine. It sounds a bit sweet. What ABV? So Ron, the ABV on this one, and it kind of disappointed me. They didn't put it on the bottle. Untapped has shown it at 8%. This one came out actually a few years ago, so they didn't have it listed on the Listermann site. So I'm just gonna go with the 8%. Usually a barley wine is more than that. They may have taken something off on it. Also on Untapped, they had it listed also under a wheat wine category, which because of the honey coming through, I can kind of see where they might have pushed it that way, but they're calling it themselves a blonde barley wine. And I would, like I said, I would put it kind of as a mead light type situation. And as it does warm up, you do get a little bit more of the booziness with it, but if you like that type of feel, it definitely comes through nicely. It's a decent beer from them. Is it one I would hunt down? Probably not, but it's one of those ones I'm glad I picked up and was able to enjoy. And 22 ounces in, I can definitely feel starting to hit a little bit. Of course, I haven't eaten dinner yet, too. So, let me see here. Let me see. Jennifer, Blake TV. Video says, see you later, Blake. Can't wait. Yeah, they're going to have some good stuff, I'm sure. Rob, what did you ask Santa for? I really didn't. Here's the thing. I've never been a huge Christmas type person outside of being a kid. I don't know why. I've never really been as much into the whole Christmas. I think I felt it was always like Christmas always puts this kind of pressure on a lot of people to have to do this or do that or like that and everything. And everybody's like, well, I want this, blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of like, it should be a time to show your appreciation for people by getting them different things and have a little bit more of a tie that way than what it has actually become. It's kind of like what Christmas was about. It's kind of gotten lost over the years. So I'm almost like not as huge into it as much, but you know, the other part is when you start working, you're doing things, and like for us, we have no kids. It's like if I want something, I just go and get it. I don't wait till Christmas to get anything. So for me, I'm like that worst kind of person to actually shop for anyway, because it's just like I'd rather you just give me cash, or whatever. If you're going to give me something, because I can just pick what I want and blah blah blah. But I didn't really ask Santa for anything. What did you ask Santa for, Dolly? Erie said he's driving. Vanessa says, I'm liking the Mandalorian. You know, here's the thing. I've never been a huge Star Wars person. Don't know why. When I was a kid, the first one I saw was Empire Strikes Back. I didn't go to see the original Star Wars. I saw that after I saw Empire Strikes Back. I saw Jedi, and it was kind of like, eh. I did like Empire Strikes Back, but it was kind of like, it never really won me over as much. I was always more of a Star Trek person more than Star Wars person. And my wife got into Star Wars when she was younger. So when they came out with the new Star Wars movies, we went back to see it, and it was like, I felt like I wasn't gaining anything from it, so I never really got into it as much. But that being said, The Mandalorian does actually look really good. If I were to get Disney Plus, that's a show I probably will watch, because it seems like a sci-fi western, which I would really enjoy because I'm a big fan of westerns. So that would be the one I would definitely pick up. And when I was a kid, Boba Fett was a character I did like. So leaving the movies, but I got you playing in the car. Oh, well, thank you, Erie. Oh, I appreciate that. Alan's like, I got to hear Rod again, I'm sure. BDO said, just downloaded OBS today, started playing with it a little. Can you use it with StreamYard, or is it standalone? So here's the thing, BDO. You can use it with StreamYard, but what I found using it with StreamYard is a little sometimes glitchy in that it runs a little bit of a delay there. You can use it as standalone. Like right now, I'm just using it as a standalone. But what you'll have to do is test it to see how your stream is working with it. For me, for instance, I had to put a 13 millisecond delay on it so that my mouse matched up to the words. There was a little bit of a delay there. Everybody's kind of different depending on where your connection is. So when you run it, do some test streaming. You can make it like a private thing so nobody will see it. And make sure you got it coordinated down to find out where you need to be at to have everything synced properly. But once you start messing around with it, I think you'll really enjoy it. It makes things a lot easier. It's got nice functionality to it. You can pop up all kinds of things. When I do the stuff at the end, I throw up my thing here. It's kind of like you can just throw the stuff up that you want to put together. And it just works out nicely. So the possibilities with it, I do like that you can come up with different stuff, especially when you're pulling stuff from the web and you're doing different things along those lines. I started using it more like when I do the movie reactions, when I'm watching those with the beer, that I can just go right to a certain area. I can put the movie trailer in. Makes it just a lot easier. Blake says hi to Jennifer and cheers. And says the BDO can't wait, bro. He says hi to Erie. Alan said, talking Barleywine, he's jealous. Did you tell Alan it was $7.99 as well? So I haven't got a great deal on the Barleywine. So I just stumble into these things at times. And that was for a 22-ounce bottle. So, yeah. And BDO said to Vanessa, The Mandalorian is great. Yeah, I've heard all good things about that show. And Erie said hello to Blake. Vanessa says, I enjoy making foods for people during the holidays. Oh, that's nice. You do like a lot for a lot of people, though. I mean, you're just an ultimate giver for sure. And Tim says, that's the way I am. And Vanessa says, I saw original Star Wars after basic training in 1980. And Dolly says, I asked Santa for another fur baby. Fingers crossed. Tim said, LOL. Oh, I got to clear this thing here. Let me see. Hold on one second here. Gotta clear Erie's comment. My bots or whatever didn't like it. He likes Rajay. Rajay is not a cock block, apparently. I'm not. I tried to help Alan out, Friday night. I was like, all right, I won't go live. I'm gonna help you out, brother. I think StreamYard is so new. They're still working with the lag of it. Yeah, so they're doing different things with it. I mean, I like they just added the ticker functionality. I like that you can pull YouTube and include the audio. What I would like to see them actually add on StreamYard is being able to play audio sound effects. At one point during the Google Hangouts, you can do that, but when it went under YouTube, with YouTube you could do that, but when it went under Google, they got rid of that. It'd be nice that you could hit sound effects that would actually come through on StreamYard. That would be awesome. Where is the make graphics for OBS? Where did you get or make? So when you get, here's the thing, you download an OBS video. So go to streamelements.com or Google Stream Elements. And then that works with OBS, and you can download Stream Elements into your OBS system. And that allows you to go there to create overlays for OBS. As far as making some of the graphics, there's different programs that you can actually use. So like the graphic that I showed there earlier, I can get you the link for that as well, where you can come up with different ways for graphics to come out, and you can put like music or sound, whatever you want behind them as well. So I should do like a tutorial on that or something about the ways you can do that now I think about it. But anyway, that is available there, and we can definitely talk, and I can get you set up on that as well. Let me see here. He said, me and my Rod J deals, damn it. Yeah, it just happens. It just happens. I don't know. I get lucky. I'm lucky that way. If there's a deal on beer, I seem to stumble into it, as all the guys in the beer community that know me will tell you. I appreciate that, Blake. Blake said, smash that like. Rod, do I have Instagram? Yeah, so on Instagram it's Rod J BeerVentures as well. Instagram, Rod J BeerVentures. I've got the Facebook page where I share stuff there too, which is under Rod J BeerVentures. Anybody on Facebook that wants to see the page. And then Twitter, if you're on Twitter, it's just Rod J BeerVenture. I was one character too long, so no S on the Twitter. But yeah, you can catch me there. You can catch me on Tumblr as well. And if you Google social media Rod J BeerVentures, you'll see all the different things that pop up there. Let me see here. But it says 8 Caucasian mountain dogs for Christmas to pull my sleigh around town would be nice. But that would be like what's that called? The Ichabod or whatever, like where the race in Alaska where you would have like the 8 dogs pulling your sleigh. Rob, what is the weather like there? We got over a foot of snow here in Mass. It's melting though. So right now we are actually probably like in low 40s, high 30s. We're supposed to get possible snow and freezing rain tonight, which could make the commute tomorrow terrible for my wife because I get to work from the house, but she does not want that to happen, obviously. I don't want that to happen as well, but we'll wait to see. You know, it's funny, I went to Kroger to get food earlier, and people were all in there because everybody's afraid of the snow. That's got to be the best thing ever for supermarkets is when weather people say it's going to snow bad, and people just go crazy. But right now, it didn't feel that bad when I was outside, but it's supposed to drop, I guess, during the course of the night tonight. Nessa says, our snow is almost gone here. 3 days of rain melted it, yeah. Well, where you're at and where Ron's at, you guys definitely get hit. I mean, you're in that upper northeast area, so you definitely get the snow for sure. And you guys, the last couple of years, have been getting more than usual with some of the nor'easters and all that kind of stuff taking place. BDL editorial. You say editorial, or do you mean tutorial, please? Because I can give an editorial, but it might not, it might not be what you're looking for there. Tim said, "Do I play the lotto? Not as much. When the Powerball gets high, we have people at work. They'll chip in. Everybody will get like a ticket or something. Usually, I mean, it's it's kind of like my background being in the financial industry. Playing the lotto is like a game that people don't really win, so we don't play it as much, obviously. But I watched a few of the scratch-off channels, and occasionally I think about getting some of the scratch-off tickets just for the hell of it, just to see, but haven't really played too much on it. It's funny, I had friends that actually, when I hurt my wrist, had sent me scratch-off tickets from Illinois. I don't think they realized it, but the tickets I did win on, which were only a few dollars, I had to be in Illinois to actually claim, so couldn't really do anything with those. It was kind of like, I got them, but I can't do anything with them. Adding Instagram, you see the pics of the cooking there. Anyone else can see them at Bottom Dollar Court Outdoors. There you go. So Vanessa, I know, is on Instagram as well. So there's Bottom Dollar's Instagram handle as well. Make sure you check him out. I'm sure all that meat is going to be awesome to take a look at. Probably make me hungry again. Here in South Carolina, the state shuts down when it snows. Yeah. that's the thing. Like where you're at Erie and Tim's Brews, he's actually in South Carolina as well. But South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, you guys don't get it enough where you guys have to really buy equipment, I think, to handle it. So your infrastructure isn't really there to handle, and it's actually safer for people to stay at home, I would think. But you guys are getting more common, it seems, over the last few years. If this is all a climate change type thing, at some point you guys would definitely have to get that equipment there. This is, I did it right. I helped a veterinarian. Oops. Wait on 1 second here. Veterinarian that ran the race do his race prep. He was active duty as we are. I helped 4 of the 5 years being stationed. Oh, that's awesome. I did a ride. That's what I was thinking of. I knew it was an Ichabod, but I couldn't think of what the actual name was. I'm like, why am I saying the Headless Horseman? I can't think what the name is there. That's pretty awesome. Tutorial, too much Yingling, sorry. Yeah, the Black and Tans will catch up with you. Although, of the Yinglings and what they put out as kind of their base units, the Black and Tan is my favorite of those that I've had thus far. I think they have one called Lord Chesterfield, I believe. I do want to check out some point, but you have to be in PA, I believe, to get that one. My wife, she's a Yingling fan. She'll drink them, so she actually has some of the Golden Pilsners here in the house. I think I'm gonna snag one of those to do a review on that because I haven't tried that one yet. Yeah, Vanessa M. Kitty. So if you're on Instagram, Vanessa M. Kitty, that you can actually check her out there. Right, it was Ichabod. I couldn't think of what the name was. It happens. It happens. The Batch 400 is catching up with me. Hey, what's happening, Beer Hound, my friend? Cheers from OC, enjoying the Old Chub Ale. Beer Hound's got an Old Chub. Yeah, you guys can insert the joke there if you want. So, anyway, welcome, my friend. Another great channel to check out. Beer Hound out there in Cali. Don't think he's getting snow, but he does some great beer reviews, and he's doing some different stuff there. So you can also check him out if you haven't seen Beer Hound's channel, Beer Hound's Beer Reviews. Hit those 3 dots next to his name and see what he's doing out there. Obviously, in the OC where he's at, a lot of good breweries out of Cali. But there was a report that just came out, and I'm going to do a video on about it separately. But where I'm at, in the Cincinnati area, Cincinnati 513 represent, we were voted through this, or I don't know if it was a vote or they did the statistical tracking. Whatever it was, we are now seen as the #1 spot in the country for beer drinkers. What? #1 spot, Cincinnati. I can't tell you how much beer is here because there's just so many. If you watch the videos when Joe and Eric and Todd came down that we did at just a few of the breweries, it's tons of beer, tons of fun, and it's only growing. If you ever get a chance to come to Cincinnati, try to come during Oktoberfest. We have the biggest Oktoberfest outside of Munich in the world. That's usually at the end of September, a great time. We got our next big beer festival coming up here early March, the 6th and the 7th. We have over 500 plus beers that'll be there on hand that people, well, you're not going to get through that one to try all 500 beers. So you got to pick carefully. Cincinnati's a lot of good stuff happening in the beer scene. I would say anybody that travels to check out beers, you need to put Cincinnati on your map. And let me see here. Bottom dollar says, got you Vanessa Kitty on Instagram. Nice. That's connect. Everybody connect. That's awesome. And Vanessa says, near Talkeetna, Alaska is a tiny village. Got 21 feet of snow. We sent in troops to help the residents. Wow. Well, 21 feet. That's huge. That reminds me of that. When I was a kid, we had the big storm back in, I want to say it was like 74, 75 or whatever, where we had I lived in New Jersey at the time. We had those huge drifts that you couldn't even open the door. It was past pretty much the ceiling. Hey, Drunken One, what's up, brother? Cheers, buddy. Hopefully your weekend is going well. It was good hanging out Friday night, talking a little bit. We had a little bit of a blast there over on Eric's channel, of course, after we left Blake's channel, which was awesome as well. Some good streaming there that we did. So Vanessa, that year they paused the Iditarod race until they could remake the trail. Yeah, I bet with that much snow, it's too tough to try to go. And then Tim says, "What's up, Do?" and Drunken One, which for those that don't know, Do is what we also call Drunken One or D1 or Do. um, But yeah, Drunken One, another good channel to check out for some fun stuff. And Drunken One also does home brewing, and Tim does home brewing as well. As a matter of fact, I didn't mention it earlier, but two guys that home brew that you can pick up home brewing tips if you're a home brewer. You can see the kind of stuff they're actually making on their channel. Drunken One also does things like grow different vegetables, different stuff in the garden. He also makes one mean jerky. So he makes a great jerky down there in Texas that was very tasty. I'll tell you that, very tasty. A character with lots of names, most of them bad, right? Drunken One may be an outlaw. We don't know. Vanessa says, "How much for a sausage bottom?" Yeah, my mouth's watering now. So there you go, BDL. She's watching. She's seen your pictures there. Yeah, Drunken One. BDO put his Instagram handle in here. I'm not sure if you're on Instagram or not, but BDO's got his channel, Bottom Dollar Outdoors. He just talked about how much meat he actually smoked and stuff there. I know you'd be interested in checking that out. So make sure you check him out there. I told him he needs to put a video on his YouTube channel, so when he's doing that stuff. But if you go to Instagram, you can definitely see everything happening there. Oh, you're welcome, brother. It's always good, my friend. Always good. I've had various nicknames over the years from assorted groups. I bet, Vanessa, I bet. Are they nicknames or are they aliases, right? So different names for different groups. I saw this weekend we actually won the President's Cup in golf, which was interesting, which was good. I guess Tiger Woods is the captain now, and it was the first time that America came back from being behind to win the President's Cup. So that has nothing to do with beer, but I'm watching the highlights of it right now. That's kind of why I threw it out there. So what's everybody else drinking right now? Anybody else sipping on anything? Nicknames. Police have no business knowing them. Right? Alan says, cheers, DL. Yeah, so Drunken One, Alan is actually driving while Erie has the broadcast going on in the car, so. Hey, Erie, is Alan going to be doing the show tonight? By the way, just to make sure. I mentioned 9 o'clock Eastern is what I believe he does it. So anybody else into that last minute Christmas shopping mode? Mountain Dew Pirate Rum Nog soon after traveling to and fro the truck area. Yeah, so once you get back from picking up your brother, I'm thinking later on you can actually have some of that eggnog. All is well, just enjoying some homebrewed lager. But nothing wrong with that, my friend. Safe at home, right? Friday, Vanessa, I don't know if you've saw Alex the Brewmaster, his channel. Friday, they're going to be doing eggnog. So they're going to be doing eggnog as his food, I think 8 o'clock Eastern. I may actually pick up that Evan Williams eggnog just for that broadcast. Yep, LMAO just started, pretty much. So, Erie, what movie did you guys see, by the way? You didn't say what movie you went to see. I'm digging that music, Rob. Perfect for a Sunday afternoon. Thanks, brother. Yeah, so it's a good point there, Dio. The music in the background, if anybody's on YouTube and you're setting your videos up or you're running live streams like I'm running right now, there's actually a channel you can actually go to that has fantastic amount of music you can use royalty free. It's MU dash free original music, or you can just put MU free original music in a search bar, and they make all kinds of different tracks and tunes, upbeat, jazzy, pop, like whatever you want to use. And all you do is just give them a little bit of credit there in the description. So like in everything that I post in my description, it'll say underlying music credited to MU and their channel. But if you ever want to check them out, see all the different tracks they actually have. They're not like all electro and stuff like that with too heavy keyboard synthesizer like some other channels do. And you're not getting hit with copyright strikes. So a great channel to check out. Frozen 2. I didn't realize Frozen 2 was out. Yeah. Well, hopefully you all liked the movie. I mean, it's kind of hard. Like, I don't know if anybody comes out of a Disney movie not liking it or whatever, but God, I remember when the first Frozen came out, my nephew, I forgot how old he was, but they were visiting and they just kept playing Frozen like over and over again, it seemed. Oh God, I will peek in for the eggnog. Duck eggnog will get you hooked. Yeah. Yeah, so Alex the Beer Master, 8 o'clock Eastern. If you just put in Google Alex the Beer Master in the YouTube search, you'll pull up his channel. My feet are keeping time to the music. Yeah, it's just different rhythm beats. So right now, I'm doing a playlist that I had taken from the songs I wanted to bring off their channel that were kind of more soothing and relaxing. They could play nicely in the background. Like 9 different tracks that it's actually working through. I'll add some more as I go through some of this stuff. If you ever go to Pusa Studios, the main thing they actually use on Pusa is actually from MU as well. So they do some good stuff over. I don't know how many people are involved on it, if it's one person or more than one, but they actually do a great job. Oh yes, percent of ABV will catch up to anyone, right? So that's definitely the case, Ron. I agree, my friend. We took the kids, all 3 of them cried. They cried at the movie? Did something bad happen in Frozen 2 that the kids cried? That says the llama farm has increased the duck population. More duck nog and noodles soon. Awesome. Duck nog does sound interesting. Actually, when you were telling me about the eggs before, because I had scrambled eggs this morning with breakfast, I'm like, duck eggs would be kind of interesting. So we're supposed to get snow and ice, it looks like mid-morning, 3 a.m., 4 a.m., whatever. So we shall see what happens. It's hard to trust weather people. You always feel like you're wrong a lot of the time. Is like background music to video games. Grab your blaster and sit and chat. Yeah. Yeah, they have other ones like some of this stuff. You could easily put the video games. They have more stuff that are actually even more upbeat, more kind of pounding or whatever in the rhythm and stuff. So for some of the video games, they work out well. Oh yes. No, wrong thing there. Vincent, the eggs scrambled are yum. Eries, I was with them. It was sad. Oh, it was always sad when it's a sad thing happening there. Ron said, "Oh yes, craft beer is still growing nationwide." Yeah. So there's various reports and stuff that'll come out and different things. As far as a part of the beer sales, the craft beer slice has been increasing, even if the overall beer sales have been down. People are starting to get caught up in the seltzer and all kind of stuff. I'm like, we still got some nice growth happening that's taking place, but beer has been around since Mesopotamia, at least from what they can actually detail from stuff. It's not like beer's going anywhere. It's evolving and changes, and right now, it's such a great golden age. I'm enjoying it as much as I can. I do enjoy it. Right, Ron? Hello, Sparky, aka Drunken One. Drunken One has more names than I don't know what. Depending on your nickname for Drunken One, tells how you may know him for sure. So anybody got any plans for the evening tonight? Kick back, relax, just chill. I must drive to trucking yard. Thank you. Yeah. Don't forget to go get your brother out there for sure. The only thing I got tonight really is, well, one, grab something to eat here in a little bit, but two, I watch Watchmen at 9 o'clock. Outside of that, not too much. Jump on the Eclectic Beer later on if they're still going and see what's happening on his channel. If you haven't subscribed to the Eclectic Beer, make sure you check Alan's channel out as well. Great stuff, fun time. He's becoming, for me, like the local expert that I know on the whole Tesla truck coming out. He's always got stuff on his channel about that versus other trucks. And if you have any questions about trucks, great channel to also watch. But he does other things on there too. Erie says, get home, some coffee, and chill the rest of the night. I hear you. Are you going to be on Alan's show later, Erie? Or are you going to be jumping on the Eclectic Beer? Yeah, tomorrow at work. I was like, I don't want to go back to work tomorrow. It's Monday. Plays that old Office Space movie. Somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Like, who doesn't have a case of the Mondays? Whoever got up and said, it's Monday, I'm just looking forward to it. I don't know any of those people. Just want to chill. Maybe chat. Depends on kids. Well, kids do run the roost, so. And thank you to all of you that checked out the stream last night. I know Vanessa was there. We actually had a blast with the whole question thing, so we'll have to bring back another one. Because there are tons of questions in the book that Shannon had. And there's a whole nother book that has other questions, so that was fun. That was kind of an interesting stream last night, kind of playing that type of game where it's kind of like, what would you rather type situation. Well, I'm getting down to the bottom of the glass here, and going to probably sign off here, get something to eat here in a bit. Yeah, I thought I'm glad you liked it, Vanessa. I thought the question thing was kind of fun, something a little different. I always look to you guys to see what you like on the channel, and everybody seemed to have a blast last night as we did the stream that did partake. And if you don't know the stream I'm talking about, last night we did a game of What Would You Rather, which is basically from questions from a book that Shannon was asking everybody, and then Todd as well. And we just go, what would you rather? And it'd be different situations. And we were sitting there enjoying some drinks, at least we were. And some of the viewers that are watching were enjoying some drinks. It got some deep questions into some deep stuff at points. So, but it was fun overall. So we'll probably bring that back again at some point here. Maybe make it a Saturday night type thing or something as well. The thing with StreamYard, I just got to make sure I watch the time that I'm using on StreamYard, which is another thing. Like, and I don't know if BDO is still here. It's kind of like with OBS, it allows me to do the solo streams because of StreamYard under the free plan. You're only getting 20 hours now, which you can always find out where you're at on your hours if you go under the billing screen. For anybody that doesn't know that, eventually I may upgrade it, but right now I don't see enough reason to upgrade it on that one. So, good night, Tim. Thanks, brother, for swinging by. Tim always gets up early for work, so I appreciate spending some time with you today, and hopefully your weekend was great, my friend. Look forward to talking to you soon. I think Tim usually gets up around 2 or 3 in the morning or something to go to work. I know it's really early. Hey, thanks, Blake. I appreciate it, my friend. Sorry I've been cooking, but listening the whole time. Hey, I appreciate you, Blake. I appreciate you, brother. And hey, great time. Friday night Throwdown was a blast Friday night. Thanks for having me on over there as well. If you guys, again, haven't seen Blake TV, you need to check out his channel. The Friday Throwdown show is becoming epic. Every week it's getting better and better. So make sure you check out Blake TV and get over there, subscribe, check out his channel, check out his live streams. I'm telling you, you will be entertained. Oh, I appreciate that. Smashing that like button. Likes are always appreciated, you know. BDO, oh, there you go. BDO, so enjoy it, brother. Take care. You too, my friend. And Erie asked Blake, vodka water for dinner. If Blake wants vodka water for dinner, he's allowed. He's an adult. He can do it. All right, but for me, I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. I'm going to actually sign off here. I'm actually going to be doing some editing and making some other videos that'll be kind of non-stream videos for the next week or so. Maybe back on later. We'll see. If Alan is going on his channel, again, The Eclectic Beard. If you haven't been to that channel, make sure you hit The Eclectic Beard. I'm going to try to maybe see if they're going live after Watchmen and see what's happening there. Hey, what's happening, D'Angelo? Cheers. Well, I was just wrapping up here. I've been on for a little bit of time. D'Angelo, I was drinking a batch 400. This is actually a blonde barley wine. I gotta switch the camera again. Hold on. It is a blonde barley wine from one of our local breweries, and we were kind of just shooting the shit, really. So, just talking about different things, everybody's weekend, different things happening, different channels everybody has here to check out, and getting ready for the new work week. So. And then Blake says, vodka, breakfast of champions, Erie, LAML. So yeah, vodka likes his Blake. So D'Angelo, we are going to be doing Thursday night, the Beer Flow show. If you haven't seen the promo for it yet on the community tab, it is a return. Can't believe I'm going to say this. A return to malt liquor, because we did a malt liquor Beer Flow show way back. This is going to be the second time we're going to focus on that. I picked up my malt liquors today. I'm not going to say which ones they are, but not looking forward to it. I'll just say that. But I'm willing to sacrifice for you all. Shannon's going to be doing Grape, Mad Dog 2020. And we got some other stuff. Probably for Loco will show up. There'll be some other things that'll be happening. Thursday is going to be one crazy night, so make sure you guys are watching for that. But if you guys haven't hit the alarm bell on the channel, make sure you hit that. That way you're notified when we do the different things. I am going to release some other stuff here during the week. That'll be some standalone type videos to get back into doing that a little bit more. Right now, I'm actually processing one of the videos through that I was on Daddy Porter's channel last week. And we did the Mad Elf from Trogs and talked about some other beer styles. I think you guys will find some good things there as well. So thanks for everybody that definitely tuned in tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Go get me something to eat. Look forward to catching you all soon. Everybody's coming in now. Like we were here earlier. Everybody there earlier. Paul's in. PA Brew News. Another great channel. Check out Paul. If you have not checked out PA Brew News, one, he does great beer reviews. Two, he paints like a beer drinking Bob Ross. His artwork is freaking phenomenal and awesome. If you haven't been to his channel, go ahead and check him out. Oh, I see what you did there, Blake. You're taking my line. Epstein didn't. Never mind. LOL. Yeah, we know Epstein didn't hang himself. We know that. We know that. Oh, man. Erie says, like Hillary, don't leave me hanging, Blake. That's cold, Erie. That is cold. But cheers, D'Angelo. Cheers to everybody else. Cheers, Drunken One. Thanks for you, brother. I appreciate it. The whole good thing about the whole YouTube community is just sharing and having fun. So I appreciate all of you for that. And I will look forward to catching you guys soon. Keep drinking those good craft beers. And remember, there's always time. Get your beer on. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better come.